I'm Max Sterling, welcome to LarpMix. So if you're just joining us, on the 30th of November, it was a Saturday, I tore my bicep. I have education in exercise science and a degree in it, so when it happened, I knew exactly what happened. Some people say there's like a popping sensation, or you hear a pop, or maybe you feel like lightning. To me, there was just a feeling. I looked at my arm and saw that the bicep was flat, and I knew immediately what happened. And I gotta tell you, it wasn't really painful, but I was mad, so mad, because I wasn't doing anything stupid. Like, I wasn't outside lifting the buckets for my tractor, or pushing my cars through the driveway, or trying to pick up tree trunks that are way too heavy for me to be picking up, or in the gym, or doing stupid stuff like fighting or falling down hills or something. I caught a lamp that fell off of a nightstand. Full extension, caught the lamp. It has a big glass shade on it, and that shade pulled my hand this way with it fully outstretched with weight in it, and that's all it took to rip that off of there. And after years of lifting weights and just crazy deadlifts and bench presses and stuff, and just the stuff that I do, to be defeated by a lamp, I mean, I don't know, I think my pride hurt more than my arm. And if this has happened to you, I mean, I don't know if your situation's similar, but I was more angry than anything, because I knew exactly what happened, and I knew exactly what was going to happen next and how long this takes to heal. I mean, that's a surgery. As soon as it happens, immediately, that's a surgery. So, fast forward a week, I knew what it was, so I immediately called my doctor. Got in that week. He scheduled me for surgery the following week with a biceps tear. They will call it a distal biceps rupture, and this is down where it attaches to your forearm, not up in the shoulder. Distal biceps rupture. You need to move on that right away. Now, a lot of times, if you're much older, they will opt not to do the surgery if you don't want to do the surgery, because really, you won't notice a whole lot of strength loss until you try to turn your hand. So it helps to control this. But you'll still be pretty strong doing stuff. Like if it's summertime, then you should be okay. It's winter, obviously, now. So what I did was I had an old fleece with a broken zipper. I cut one of the sleeves off of it and cut slits up it so I could slide it on. I also have a long sleeve shirt that I cut the sleeve off of, and I have a couple of vests. So what I've been doing is I've been wearing a combination of that fleece, long sleeve shirt, and vest if I have to go outside to keep me warm, because the vest you can just slide right into, and then those shirts I modified work well also. And if you get them from like the Goodwill or something, then whenever you're done with them, you can just use them as rags and throw them away or whatever. You don't want to cut up your $300 jacket or something. But be prepared for that. No one tells you this stuff. I see a lot of people out with these, and they have like stuff just pulled up over, and they're like Quasimodo, like going through the shadows, or like going through these stores and stuff. And it's like, you can just cut a sleeve off and dress like a human, and feel better about yourself. It's these little creature comforts that make you feel better when you're in a situation like this. Because the first night I came home, I just had like a hoodie pulled over me, and it was not working. You gotta spend a couple bucks, get yourself a shirt, cut the sleeve off so that you can feel more comfortable. So, if there's a way to summarize this, don't freak out first 24 to 48 hours about this. Your feeling and everything should come back. Make sure you have the stuff that you need ahead of time until you're able to go in and get this taken off. So whether that's a week or 2 weeks, try to be stocked up so you don't have to try to go out, ride buses, drive cars, get Ubers and stuff, because even sitting passenger with this really sucks. Get yourself some shirts, get yourself proper stuff to wear, sweatpants or something, because let me tell you something, trying to pull up pants, put on a belt, button buttons, zipper a zipper, forget about it. You can do it, but you're going to be contorting yourself and all kinds of stuff. If you're alone, it's going to be tough. If you have someone that can help you, it's not quite as bad. But try to get some loose fitting stuff and just, basically be a bum for that week or two. You know, make it a lot easier on you. You know, don't wait till the last minute to go to the bathroom, because it's going to take you an awful lot longer to get, you know, situated once you're in there. So don't wait till the last second. You might find yourself in a lot of trouble. So that's something else to just think about, and that's sort of where I'm at with this right now. When I get this off, make another update video, you know, talk about physical therapy and all that stuff, see how this ends up working out. Now, because your arms will be down a lot, take care of your armpit. It's going to be very easy for you to get rashes and stuff in there, because if you're just sitting with your arm like this the whole time, you're not raising it up, that's going to get really moist in there. So just be prepared. You might want to get some powder or something to keep in there, just to keep an eye on it, because you don't want to get sweat rashes and stuff in your armpits. I did. So I've since taken care of it, but I was real dumb, and basically, like, for the first week I just didn't lift my arm up at all. But you know, I can lift it up now, but you know, I had to get that taken care of. But it's good now. But just be mindful of that also. You know, try to keep clean as best you can. Showering with this stuff on sucks, but you know, just do your best. All right, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. If you are getting ready to go in, leave a comment. I'll try to answer or respond. If you've had it done in the past, please share your experiences. Like I said, for me, like, I'm aware of this, like, I feel this, like, in my arm and la la la, but like, it, to me, it like, it doesn't hurt. Like I said, like, I don't care. I don't think about it, and like moving around and stuff, like, I can feel it, but I think mostly I feel it because this thing is so hard and it's very uncomfortable. I have it's like a little demo purple mattress shoved in here that I got when I ordered a purple mattress. So I don't know if you'll be able to find one, but I keep that in here because it's nice and soft. But I've also stolen a bunch of my kids' like Squishmallow, like little stuffed animals. I've shoved them in there and stuff, whatever it takes to feel comfortable. But you know, I also, you know, in part of my freak out session is I took this and I just like busted it open. I got clamps that I have, and I put a clamp on it. I twisted it till it, like, you know, sort of like widened up, because this was so tight on my wrist and so tight on my hand, it was bothering the heck out of me. So I modified this, and once again, I don't suggest you do that, but I widened this sucker up so it was a heck of a lot more comfortable, and it made it a lot easier to live with. But this thing is like, I think it's fiberglass or something, so be careful. You get splinters out of it, so make sure it's wrapped. I had to hot glue mine back together. Luckily, you know, I'm you know, pretty crafty, so I had to like hot glue a bunch of this crap back together. It's just such a pain, such a pain. Don't catch lamps if they fall off stands, and if you're doing anything that puts you in that sort of position with your arm, be very careful. The first thing I thought about was just sword fighting. With lightweight like Larp weapons, maybe not unless someone's like pushing your arm that direction or something. But if you're training with like live steel, or if you practice like stuff like that, oh my goodness, I could see that happening so easily. I bet you a lot of people, and I would have to maybe do some research, I don't know if you even could, but I bet you a ton of people historically had ruptured distal biceps and probably didn't even know it. Or if it happened, they just went on and carried on, because it's not something you have to fix. You just will be very weak with this motion. Everything else will be pretty much as normal, and a lot of the other muscles will come up to compensate for it, but you'll be very weak like this. But I bet you a lot of people back in the day with real swords, real shields, probably had ended up with this type of injury, and it was probably something they, you know, just didn't know about or care about, perhaps. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you. Like I said, I wanted to cover a lot of stuff. There's 100 videos on this on YouTube, but none of them cover these things. So I wanted to just put that out there. So, you know, wherever you are at in the process, you know, I hope this video helps you. Subscribe. I'll have some more videos moving on, and hopefully those ones help you out as well. If nothing else, I'll chronicle, you know, my experience, so you can compare it to yours, and hopefully, you know, answer some of the questions that doctors do not. My doctor, he wasn't even there when I woke up. Nobody talked. I haven't talked to him since. On the 23rd, when I go in and see his assistant or whatever, that's the first time I would have talked to anyone after the surgery. Like, I literally woke up, the people were like, oh, it's 6 o'clock, you know, I'm the last person in there. They're trying to like go home, you know, and they basically just like boot me out, and that's it. Nobody talked to me. Nobody called me. Nothing. Like, I didn't even know if it was like successful, if it went well or anything. Like, I looked at it, I'm like, okay, well, I guess it worked. So, not too happy about that, but as long as the operation was performed well, that's fine. By the way, maybe some of you medical people can chime in. Like, this is an arm surgery. Why you gotta take your underwear off for that? Why you gotta be naked under the gown for that? Huh? Why you gotta be naked? Totally cool. You can cut them off if you need to, but I don't think I need to not be wearing them to go in there. Very weird. I don't know. Don't like that. Anyhow, hope you liked the video, and of course, as always, adventure on.